Hello everyone, this is our presentation for our Capstone 2 project. Our project is a simulated phishing dashboard, and I am Darian,
I'm Bamsi.
And I'm Carlos.
and we're going to go through this presentation, talk a little bit about our project. So the reason that we decided to go with this project is because cybersecurity is more important than ever, and we wanted to empower FIU students to be aware of the potential risks before they go out into the workforce and really just try to cultivate a culture of cybervigilance within FIU and show them the importance of um, being cyber aware. So we started off development using Kaseya products with um, rapid fire tools and Bullfish ID, but after a few sprints, we realized that it wouldn't really meet the goals of our project, and so after discussing with the product manager, which in our case is the professor, we decided to build our own infrastructure from scratch, and then eventually by the last development sprint, we were able to finish that project entirely. So our architecture is split into the backend and the front end. So for the backend, we have Microsoft Forms, we have Power Automate, SQLite for our database, and then Python for any backend needs. And then we have React, JSX, and Day1 CSS for the styling components of the front end. So the backend is mainly, we start with Microsoft Forms, so that's where users take the quiz. We take the data from Microsoft Forms and send it into Power Automate, which allows us to parse all of the data into JSON arrays. And then we send that data through an Azure gateway to our local machines, so we get all of the CSV files as soon as the user takes the quiz. And then we use a Django server to allow us to fetch all of those endpoints, so we can fetch whatever particular piece of data we want. And then we can store all of that data in our SQLite database.
So moving on to the template sourcing, we reviewed various JavaScript libraries such as Node, Angular, Vue, etc. But ultimately, we opted for React due to its speed, scalability, and ultimately ease of use, which would help our development be more streamlined. As for the specific template, we chose a Mosaic Lite because of its modern yet elegant design, along with its stable performance and nice animations, and it was released under the GPL, allowing it for personal project use.
All right, and so here we got the first dashboard card, which is a user counter. And the idea behind this is, as the trainer, you should know how many people you're sending this out to, this quiz. And here you can check out how many have done it, and you can see how many you're missing based off of that counter. And then secondly, we have the dashboard 2 card, which is the top wrong answers card. This basically just shows you which questions were missed the most, and this gives you an idea where you can focus more on helping out your users based on what they got wrong.
So for our third dashboard, this one's a bit different to the other ones that focused on the phishing awareness quiz. This one was from our Kaseya's Bullfish ID tool, which is great for setting out fake phishing campaigns. So how it works is you create the campaign through Bullfish ID, and it sends out a fake email. And in this case, it was a fake Adobe email for, I believe, Illustrator. And so there's once if you click on the link within the email, you'll see like entry fields for username and password, which would simulate a real phishing attempt. And so this radar graph represents the percentage of users who did certain actions. So like how many opened the phishing email, how many clicked all the various links in the email, if any data was submitted through the entry fields like the username and password, or if nobody made any actions at all. Next, we have our score distribution card, which is a graph that shows the bell curve of a normal Gaussian distribution for all the scores we received from the submissions.
Our next card is the pass versus fail distribution, which it basically tells us how many users passed the test and how many failed it, which using this information, we can decide if we need to schedule additional training to help our users or if they're doing fine and we can just continue on.
Last but not least, we have our performance over time line graph, which highlights the daily average score from the users over the duration of the quiz while it's distributed. So our campaign actually ran from October to November, but has been cut off on the 27th here for better visibility purposes for the presentation. And so to conclude, our dashboard offers a stunning and easy way of tracking user phishing readiness, which is great as our students enter the STEM fields that they hope to achieve. So this setup also helps display immediate results and monitor the user knowledge base, which allows us to select what our future course of action is best. And this project stands as a beacon of FIU's commitment to cybersecurity awareness, showing the practical application of our classroom knowledge into real-world problems. And lastly, I want to thank our peers, instructors, and participants for engaging in our campaign, providing us with valuable data, and helping us fuel our mission to foster a safer digital future for everybody. Thank you.